Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Fibre Fuckery, where I, your host, Jordan, fuck around and find out. With fiber, usually. Today, we are fucking around and finding out with a beautiful sweater. And we're gonna be dyeing a thrifted garment today. The other week, I was at the thrift store after work, as one does. You guys know I'm furnishing. Peep the chair! Look, I got a chair. I'm sitting in a chair. I'm not sitting on a bin of yarn. Whoa. It tilts back really far, but it's still kind of alarming. I'll show you a better clip of this. Ooh, stunning. This is like a banker's style wooden chair. I believe it does go up and down. I haven't played with that yet. I literally just got it home and cleaned it off. 20 bucks. Stunning. Whoever priced this chair does not realize the value. It's in really good condition. The wood's in really good shape. The wheels are in decentish shape. I mean, they roll very smoothly. Yeah. Slay. I got a chair anyways, but I was at the thrift store looking for furniture, and then I was like, well, didn't find any furniture. Might as well look through the sweaters. And I found this Gorgina little number, okay? If you watched the Yarn Yappins with my winter project plans, you saw me discussing cables and how I'm foaming at the mouth for cables currently. Here's the thing. I won't say I will never. Realistically, I will not be knitting these types of cables. These kind of thin, these are like maybe an inch in width cable. The whole front panel is cabled. The sleeves, front and back, are these beautiful cables. The back is just a stockinette. But realistically, I'm not going to be knitting something like this anytime soon. So I snagged it because, the drape, the fiber content, bitch, let me tell you. This is 70% lamb's wool. Stunning. 20% angora rabbit, bitch. Luxury. And then 10% nylon. This is so soft and so drapey, and I love it. However, it's like a creamy off-white, and there is some staining on it around the sleeves. Nothing crazy, like this is totally still wearable, obviously. However, this is not my color palette. So I was thinking, I do have a lot of dyes laying around. We're gonna dye this bad boy today. I have a couple colors that I'm thinking of, but first of all, let me show you what this looks like on. We'll do a little before and after. Are you seeing this? Oh my god, the fit is perfect. I haven't actually tried this on yet. I already washed this. I'm kind of blending into the wall here, but I'm gonna lower you down a little bit actually. I think that'll be, whoop. Better. Love how this fits. The sleeves are like, I love when the sleeve does like a little bit of a scrunch like this, and then if I'm like chilly, I can just pull this down. Love the neckline. It's not too high. It's not suffocating me. This is so soft, and then the length of it is great too. I would kind of wear it kind of like scrunched, but you could pull this for a little booty coverage if I so desired. Not I. Modesty. But yeah, before. Here she is. I will wear this so much, except for the color, so we're gonna dye it. I am letting this sit in some room temperature water to pre-soak. I'm gonna clean up from our last fiber fuckery, and I'm going to do my dishes and some laundry. Probably should fold some laundry and deal with whatever that is, putting myself on blast here. But gonna get some chores done while this pre-soaks. You didn't need to know that, but here we are. I was digging around like a little rat in my dye bins, and I have selected Miss Hyacinth and Miss Purple Pop from Dharma. I'm gonna do a little mixy mix of these. Don't be fooled. This looks very light. Hyacinth can pack a punch, and I kept saying, oh, you use Purple Pop so much, like you're constantly dyeing with that color, you're always using it. Okay, and it means I'm gonna wear it. As per usual, the washing machine is on, and it will be making noise. Also, I'm about to use some dry dye powders. They're toxic. They're toxic in powder form. So, respirator, so I'm not inhaling powder that's toxic, because they're toxic in powder form. And then I'm gonna put on goggles safety goggles because I don't want toxic things in my eyeballs. We are mixing up our potions now. I'm starting off with vinegar. This is probably like 4 to 6 tablespoons. I don't know, I eyeball it. You guys know I like to start with my acid first, so I can't forget it. It has happened. This is some purple pop. Just eyeballing it. Again, I don't have measurements for you. We're vibing here. It's called fckery, not fiber science and math. And then I'm going to add some hyacinth. And then you can see me using my little milk frother. This is designated dyeing equipment. This is not getting used for actual milk. It just helps me dissolve the powders in with the hot water and the vinegar. My sweater here has been soaking about 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. I'm just gonna kind of fold it up and transport it over here for a second. And I'm gonna add a little bit more water to this. Ideally, I would have like a big stock pot to dye this in, but I don't have one yet, and I'm not sure why. I haven't got invested, as if I wouldn't get a $10 pot from the thrift store. Anyways, here's our color here. Oh my god. I love this color so much. I was trying to like talk myself out of it, like talk myself out of using this color, but it's so gorgeous. I'm nervous for this part. So this is cold, obviously. Well, not obviously, I guess. This is cold. My water here is cold. My dye pan is cold. I'm scared for this. Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. So I'm just trying to kind of spread this out without spilling because I do have a lot of volume in here. I just don't want to splash, but I want to give this kind of a good wiggle, make sure everything's nice and saturated. I'm nervous, but I kind of just want this to sit in here. I want everything to be covered. This is why you need gloves, obviously. My hands would be purple if I didn't have gloves on right now. Okay, I'm not worried about felting this because this is cold, obviously, and I'm not like in there aggressively. We'll talk about felting later. I'm gonna let this kind of come up to temperature. I'm gonna slowly turn this up to about a medium heat and I'll be back. I'm just nervously touching it now. I think you can hear my pan, it's kind of creaking. I'm at about a 4 medium heat now. It's warm, like I can put my hands in this. I'm just gonna come in here and give everything a little zhuzh. You can see this color is looking freaking beautiful, if I do say so myself. But again, I just wanna come in here. Actually, I might, let me just actually flip this around very slowly. Because again, I don't wanna splash this everywhere. My tile is white and my stove is white. It wouldn't stain those surfaces, but it would just be annoying to clean up, you know? I'm just gonna rotate this. This is just assuring that everything is getting fully saturated, and you can see how the garment wants to rise to the surface. So that way, in these final steps here, if the garment wants to kind of pop up, the front of the sweater is on the underside of the pan, so it'll be getting a nice saturation, if you know what I'm trying to say. You can hear the pan now. I'm just gonna untwist this. And I'm doing this very slowly and gently. I'm not worried about this felting, y'all, honestly. I feel like people think wool is a lot more delicate than it is. And yes, you should be cautious of felting when you're dyeing a finished garment, especially, but I'm not worried. Has been on the stove about 40 minutes now, 45. 15 minutes, I do like a 5-minute increment heating up. So I'll turn the heat on low, have it on for 5 minutes, turn it up to a 2, 3, 5 minutes, up to a 4, 5 minutes. That's like the heat up time. Otherwise, you can crank it right away, but my pan, like the cold metal, it makes a terrible, awful, whirring, vibrating metal sound that I hate. So I just prefer to slowly do it. And then I let it sit on, I think about 30 minutes. It's been like this. I'm just gonna turn it off. And as you can see, there is still some pink left in the dye pan. I didn't do any measurements, so there could be excess dye in here. However, this is where I worry about felting, and I'm literally just gonna let this cool. I'm gonna put this over here on this element so that it can cool off a little bit quicker, air quotes, quicker. And then I'll probably leave this overnight and rinse it in the morning when it's completely cool. Again, just to avoid felting. It is hot now, and because I'm working with angora, which is very soft, and it's a very drapey fabric, I don't want to agitate anything unnecessarily. Bitch. This is dry, clearly. I saved you the suffering of listening to me rinsing and washing all the dye out of this, and it laid on the floor to dry in front of a fan. Thrilling, thrilling. Now you're caught up. It looks fucking sick, if I do say so myself. I really think that the camera doesn't accurately depict the color. It's slightly more purple in person, and you can definitely see like the middle of the cables almost has this like highlight to it. Like the dye didn't want to, I don't know, it just almost looks like highlighted. And the collar for some reason is like pink, very pink compared to the purple, ouch, compared to the purple of the rest of the sweater. It looks a lot more pink through my old ass phone, but stunning. There is some little like, so the hyacinth dye that I use, the color from Dharma, I've noticed that when I dye with it, it doesn't matter how aggressively that I like dissolve the dye powder, it always does something like this. Like it'll speckle, or like there's just little clumps of the dye powder that don't want to dissolve, and it just like has to make an appearance. I think there's one up here, yeah. So there's just like these little, I can't really tell what's going on in the back, but there'll be these little like clumps of purple, which I'm okay with. I think it's really cool. I knew going into this experiment that the dye colors that I chose specifically, they're right here actually. Purple Pop, Hyacinth from Dharma Trading Co. I know that notoriously they don't strike very evenly. I think we've talked about breaking, dyes breaking. It's essentially, it's real hot in here under the sweater and this big ass light. When a dye breaks, it's essentially like, let's say you have a purple. Purple is a secondary color. It's made up of two primary colors. It's made up of a red and a blue. So sometimes when the dye breaks, you see the separation of the red and the blue pigment, and that's kind of what happens. I mean, this is just the hyacinth. The actual pigments are hard to dissolve, and then you can see the breaking that I'm talking about is the pink here, and again, it really doesn't translate on camera. This kind of has like a purple like halo to it, and the garment is pink, and my camera isn't really picking up on the halo of the purple. It's pitch black outside, and I'm using an Amazon ring light and my front iPhone camera on my iPhone 11. I don't know what cinematography I thought I was bringing to the channel, but long story short, it's cute as hell. That's really all I gotta say. It's got like some different color tones in it, and it's really cool. I've already worn this, and it is so freaking soft, snuggly. I love cables. I would definitely dye another thrifted garment again. 10 out of 10 would recommend. It was so much fun. And I think if you're okay just letting the dyes do their thing and you're not gonna get a perfectly 100% tonal garment, this is a really fun experiment. That's all I gotta say, brother. That is all I have to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching this random fiber fuckery. I'll be doing this again. I probably won't film it again, but here we are. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video with any of your other fiber friends, your grandma, your aunties, your uncles, whoever you want to share it with. Make sure you're following my Instagram, JackassCollective. Make sure you check out all the links in the description. I'm down there yapping in the description to check out those links and whatnot. And I'll see you next week. Bye.